Welcome to a special one-off episode of A Piece of the Action. In this episode, I'll be taking a look at a game you've never heard of before, Space Aces Landing Party by T-Rex Games. While Micah, Greg, and I usually focus on established, often quite heavy games to review, Space Aces is a very light, filler game that will be out soon. The game is still getting the final touches put on it, but the designers, who I personally know, sent me an early copy to play with. The game plays similarly to Love Letter, with the deck, or rather most of it, but I'll get back to that in a moment, being dealt out to 2 or 3 players at the table, and then turns are taken by beaming down one card from your hand to the center of the table, which represents the planet that each player is trying to claim as their discovery. This is called taking command, and to do so you'll need to be able to play a card that is either higher in rank than the current card or has special text that somehow circumvents the rank comparison. Here, most clearly, we see the influence of the game Love Letter, rank versus rank, or special text, but there are some twists as well as an increase in complexity that you might like. First off, the players don't have access to the entire deck. Some cards are set aside face up on shore leave, and others are placed face down without looking at them in the brig. This means that games may play differently based on which cards are in play at any given time, but not all that information is available. The next thing that sets this apart is the complexity of the special text on the cards, making the interaction between cards more dynamic. Some of this can be a bit confusing, and was to me during my first play of this, but I contacted the creator and I was sent out a new updated rule book which addressed all of these issues. So this might be a thing you like or it might not, but know going in that there's a touch more complexity than Love Letter, but it's nothing crazy. In the same vein, there are special guest cards that can be added randomly to have even more advanced rules if you want to lean into that complexity angle. Of course, the first thing when you open it up is the art. The artist is Tuna Seti 5, and I did enjoy going through the cards and trying to figure out the references to old Star Trek episodes. If you know anything about our channel here, you'll know that we're big Star Trek fans, so the aesthetic of Space Aces was a big plus, fit right in. A couple of other things to keep in mind. While there are options for more players, I think this really works best at only 2. It takes about 10 minutes to play a round of the game, and you can leave it at that, or you can play a full game which consists of 3 rounds. So in that sense, it might be perfect as a game that you and a friend can play while waiting for the rest of the group to show up for a big all-nighter. So if you're looking for a short, light filler game in the tradition of Love Letter, or if you're looking for a light card game that gets as close to violating Star Trek trademarks as possible without actually doing so, take a look at Space Aces Landing Party from T-Rex Games. Links will be in the description. Thanks for watching this one-off Piece of the Action sneak peek video. Please take a look at our other videos where Micah, Greg, and I waste obscene amounts of time discussing the minutiae of lots of other great games. Next up, Imperial Struggle, coming soon. Take care.